What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Baltimore Steve, right here on Absolute Radio. On the line, I got your girl from VH1's Hip Hop Atlanta, Miss Rasheeda. What's going on?
What's up, what's up, what's up?
Not much. So, have you ever been down in the DMV area in Baltimore, though?
I haven't been to Baltimore or Maryland. I've been to DC. It's been years, though. So I look forward to getting to all three lately.
Oh, you got to come down here. So you're an independent artist, making big moves, 6 albums, 6 mixtapes underneath your belt. I mean, who are some of your favorite artists, you know, or right now that you work with that you like?
That I've already worked with, or just artist period?
Just artist period.
I'm a Kanye, Jay-Z fan. I'm a Beyonce fan. I like Wale. I like Meek Mills. I like Rick Ross. You know, I can keep it going, but for the most part, you know, I like the hood.
Right. So what's some of the challenges you face as like a female MC, you know, most importantly as an independent artist, because, you know, you putting in the legwork and making it happen, though?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, being an independent female MC is like extremely challenging.
Right.
Being a female in hip-hop period is extremely challenging because, you know, it's like you gotta be, you know, not too much of this, not too much of that. You know, you gotta do it right for the ladies. You know, when it comes to the fellas, they can pretty much do whatever the hell they want whenever they get ready. When it comes to females, our game plan ain't nothing like that.
Right.
You know, you gotta cater to the right way and do the right things. Ultimately, gain respect and be taken seriously. So it's a constant grind all the time, never getting complacent or content with, you know, okay, I did this and people kind of feeling this right here. Okay, I'm cool. No, you got to go hard. You got to go hard on the stage. You got to go hard and stay consistent with the music. You know, it takes a lot independently. And even when I was on a major, you know, sometimes you think, oh, I got a deal now. It's all good. No, because, you know, you have to constantly fight for that attention and fight for them to push you really, really hard. Whereas with a lot of the males, they just go for them and do whatever they, you know, just go and do whatever they need. And with us females, it's always a constant battle. And independently, you know, you're not working with the same kind of budget.
Yeah,
you know
that's true.
But at the same time, you can, you know, be in control of what you're trying to do, and it's just best to learn the business so you can make the best decisions.
Right, and you do it just as beautifully. Like, you know, I would have never known. Like, when I first seen you, some of your work that you done with Candy, I already thought you was signed to a major deal. And then when I watched the show, I was like, oh, she independent. Like, you know, she really doing her thing. So,
I'm going hard. I appreciate that.
So, Love and Hip Hop, ATL's a lot of drama going on. So, how do you and your husband kind of balance things out? You know, y'all agree to disagree, and y'all work it out. Like, how do y'all balance, you know, work between y'all personal life?
You know, that's exactly what we do in the relationship. You know, everything ain't always, you know, rainbows, stars, and, you know, all great all the time. You know, you do agree to disagree. Adding the business into it makes it a lot tougher. I mean, it's tough. I understand when people say it's hard to mix business with pleasure, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know what, you got to find that balance, and you got to be adults, and you have to communicate with each other, and you got to, you know, let certain things fall by the wayside. You know, over time, you have to learn how to not take the business to, quote-unquote, the bedroom, you know. And we still have challenges with that now, but, you know, we've gotten better over the years because we communicate and know each other, and, you know, kind of things, you know, we always, you know, have to, you know, just have to deal with certain things and ultimately respect each other.
So, you know, what's your thoughts on a Stevie J love triangle between Mimi and Jocelyn? Because I don't really get the vibe that would fly too tough with you, because it seemed like somebody would get cut if you was in that dynamic. So what's some of your thoughts on that, though?
I'll just say it couldn't be me. I couldn't be, it just wouldn't, I couldn't do it. You know, I just think that, you know, a man would allow them to do. And if you allow them to do craziness, they're going to do craziness as long as they can get away with it. You know, it's just not, it's shit crazy to me. It's just something I couldn't do.
Yeah, I don't really see that flying. So have you worked with any of those people, any of your castmates prior to the show?
Well, I've known Scrap and Mama D for a long time. I also knew Mimi for a really long time. Who else? And Erica. I've known of Erica because me and my husband and Scrap, and this is really, really cool. So I actually done music with Scrappy too, and I'm on his album that he just released, a song called Bad. So we work together musically. So it's a little bit of
Now, now that the show, is gaining a lot more popularity now, and prior the other season of Love and Hip Hop, in New York, not everybody did music. It was only like a few people on there did music. But on ATL, a lot of y'all do music. Is there any like collaborations in the future with any of your castmates?
I guess we'll have to see. What's crazy? The show is so bananas and so off the chain. The popularity has surpassed all of our expectations. Everybody's so busy, but we talk about trying to maybe, do some possible things together. But we just have to see what happens, because right now everybody's going in 50 different directions.
So what can we expect to see this season, like, in the future episodes of Love and Hip Hop? Is it going to be more drama, or is it going to get some harmony towards the end?
I think
I know you can't tell me, but
But what I will say is, stay locked and stay tuned. You're gonna get some of both of what you mentioned. A little drama and some harmony.
Cool.
For sure.
And now
Yet to see some good stuff, though.
All right, cool. And DirecTV has dropped all of Viacom channels, so a lot of DirecTV subscribers not able to tune in. What's your stand on that, though?
I'm so confused. Like, that's crazy. I mean, it's really, really crazy to me that's happening, especially like right now. And yeah, I mean, we're curious to see how it's gonna affect, ratings and stuff like that, and not just for us, but for all the Viacom networks, the MTVs, the BETs, the VH1s, and everything.
Right.
So I'm curious to see if they're going to try to fix this, because it really doesn't make no sense to me.
It doesn't make sense at all, because black people, if they can't watch their BET and they can't have their kids watch Nickelodeon, they're going to drop and go back to Comcast.
Yeah, and I think it's going to affect the TV in a way that maybe they didn't expect.
Yeah. And so you were shooting your video "Marry Me." I like this song. So when can we see that video, though? You was looking good in that video.
Thank you. The video will drop not this week, right here coming up, but the following week. And I've knocked that one out. It turned out to be a really cute video. And I also got another video to a single that'll follow Marry Me. It's called Legs to the Moon.
I love that song.
Candy. Yeah, and we have that video locked and loaded and ready to go, so that'll be next. And I got, of course, my album is available now, which does have both records, Marry Me and Legs to the Moon. It's called Music. It's available on iTunes. So everybody needs to get this out. And I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. I mean, I like the song. I was like, oh, your music sounds really good in my car. Like, I got the Bose sound system in my car.
Yeah, so you're right.
Right, so it just got a nice little thump to it. So where can we get all your music from?
Anywhere you buy your online music, like Amazon, iTunes, Pepsi, anywhere you get your online music, if you need physical CD, come to my website. My website is called imbossy.com, IMBOSSY.com, where you can buy all of my mixtapes, all of my albums, and it's actually an apparel and accessory website too. So it's got music, it's got slides, extremely cute accessories, t-shirts that have slogans for my songs, like I'm the type of girl you want to take to your mama house, I'm the main chick, never the mistress, and cute little sayings that I put in like a lot of my songs. So definitely check that out.
Okay, so you just doing it big. Like, you got the endorsements, your own endorsements, products, building the brand. So you going to do anything outside of music?
Definitely. I have a couple of things in the works right now outside of music. So I'm just waiting to, sign, seal, and deliver some things. We're chopping it up on the business side, and I will be bringing some more wonderful things to the world.
Cool. All right, y'all. So we got your new album, Boss Chick, your 2 singles, Marry Me and Legs to the Moon.
Yeah.
And you can catch her on VH1's Love and Hip Hop ATL on Mondays at 8 p.m., right?
At 8 p.m., that's right.
So y'all gotta take that stand against DirecTV so y'all can see my girl Rasheeda and the rest of her castmates in their craziness, and they get it popping in the ATL.
That's right. And most definitely follow me on Twitter. I am at Rasheeda, at RASHEEDA. And also, you know what? Check out my YouTube page as well, so y'all can get take a look at the videos that I have, the hundreds of videos that are
Rasheeda, thank you so much for doing the interview. I really appreciate it. And I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best in all your endeavors that you're doing right now.